for both our TVETs, colleges, and also universities is fully implemented. I have made a commitment because it is the only resource that we have and we are sure about is the human capital. And therefore, whatever it takes, we cannot allow our universities to slip back into debt. We cannot allow our students in TVET not to acquire the skills and competencies that we have set out in our curriculum. We will work consistently. So I am aware that during the budget, there are some gaps that were not properly addressed, but they will. In fact, if there will be a reason for a supplementary budget, that will be one of them, so that we can close all the gaps. I want to assure our universities and our TVETs that we will make sure that the new funding model that is centered around the student, that going into the future, we will not be giving grants to universities, we will be giving scholarships to students going to universities, so that we can account for the education of every student, and so that we can also desegregate which student requires help more than the other. The old funding model treated children from vulnerable backgrounds the same as children who came from those of us who can pay for academies. And the results were disastrous. I am very happy that today we can fully fund 100%, close to 45,000 students from vulnerable families. That all of them in our universities, that the children that come from vulnerable backgrounds can be sure that they will go to university and they will not drop out, because the government of Kenya will ensure that they have 100% scholarship. That assurance, that commitment is what is going to create equity in our midst. The rest of us, myself, my deputy here, this good man, and all these people sitting here, these people, nyinyi mnaweza kujitetea hapo kidogo kidogo namna hii. Lakini wale watu wako kwa bottom huko, tafadhali mkubali hawa tuwapatie msukumo. That's how we are going to create an even and an equal, and we are going to create equity in our country. I have said, and let me say it here because this is the correct forum, that to get value from the huge investment we are making in education, if we are investing 630 billion in education, surely we must account for it. We must have a plan on when these people we have invested 630 billion every year, when they get out of the pipeline, when they come out of school, when they come out of college, when they come out of university, what happens to them? It will be irresponsible, maybe reckless for us not to think about what happens to our children when they come out of college. And that is the reason this year we are intentional, we are deliberate on having a plan on how to create jobs. In my boardroom here, I have spent inordinate hours being granular about how many jobs we are going to create, under which program, on which intervention, on which projects, because it is the responsible thing to do. If we are going to invest 630 billion. If we are going to invest 30% of